Hi Stampers, this is Trevis. Welcome to Video Tuesday. And so today for our video, we are going to be using the Sweet Citrus bundle. And this bundle is actually a 3-piece bundle. It is a hybrid embossing folder. And so we're going to be using that today, but I'm also going to be using a background that I don't know if you've ever done one of these before, but you actually kind of make your own background. And so I am using a couple different colors. I'm going to be using Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, and Granny Apple Green. And so those 3 colors, I'll probably be using some black too, but Memento Black. But anyway, so those 3 colors are my focal colors on the card. So let's get started today. Okay, and so, yes, I'm going to be using some Stampin Spots. And if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you probably have an assortment of different colors of the Stampin Spots. If you don't, you can purchase these in the catalog, okay? And the best way to get them is just to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, and every month you get 1 or sometimes you get 2 actually. So let's make this background. I'm going to be using a ruler today, and I'm going to be making a plaid background using the Stampin Spots. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is, this one is Crushed Curry. Okay, and I did it. Yeah, I have my. Okay, so I'm going to line up I'm going to do these on a diagonal. You could do them straight, but I'm going to do them on a diagonal. And so the first thing I'm going to do is just line up my ruler, and I'm going to scrape this like direct to paper onto this white cardstock. Okay, so I'm going to go off the cardstock, on the cardstock. Ooh, this one's really juicy. It's going to turn out really nice, okay? And then I'm going to line this up again. I'm going to put it about halfway. Go for it. Every card is going to look different. It's kind of the cool part. Okay. And then the last one. Okay, and then I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to go the opposite way. I'm going to do the first one. You can go back over it if it's not dark enough for you, but I think I'm liking it kind of light and dark, actually. The harder pressure that you put, the darker, obviously, the color is going to be. So you can re-ink these, right? You can re-ink your spots. I always store mine upside down because, I don't know, the ink settles to the top, so I store them upside down, unlike the pads that actually invert for you. I'm going to actually get a little paper towel and wipe that off, wipe the color off. Okay, so you want to clean your ruler or whatever, because see that you want to clean that ink off of there when you go to the next color. So the next color I'm going to do is, I'm going to do Calypso Coral. I'm only going to use 2 colors today. I could actually use 3, but I'm going to use 2. And now I'm going to actually kind of give a little bit of white, and then I'm going to stagger this. Let's see, where did I put that? Okay, kind of want to line them up right. Okay. That. These colors look so good together. And then I'm going to flip it, do the same thing again. And, sorry, I'm concentrating instead of talking. I'm leaving a little white there. I want to leave a little bit of white showing. Okay, I think that looks good. Where's my lid? Here it is. Okay, so now I'm just going to clean my ruler off. And if you don't have a metal ruler, you know, you can, I wouldn't really probably use my wooden one unless it has a metal edge that you can clean, unless you don't care about it being stained. Okay, I love it. Now, what I want to do is just trim that down a little bit because I'm going to mount that on my card. It's kind of nice to give yourself a little extra so you can trim off, like it's really dark right here on the edge. So I am going to trim that off a little bit. I think I'm going to trim it off to about, where do I want to trim it off to? Oh, about there, I think. Hang on a second. I'm going to mount it on this. I want to see. Yeah. Okay. It almost looks like Halloween. It has a really pretty color to it. Okay, that is really nice. Okay, so I'm going to mount that onto some crushed curry cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'm just going to use some liquid glue. I usually don't use liquid glue on my cards, but it works fine. If you like liquid glue, go for it. I'm just going to mount this on a little bit bigger piece of crushed curry. Okay, and then I have a piece of Calypso Coral, and I'm going to mount this on Calypso Coral. Just don't overdo it with the glue, right? Because it just squishes out everywhere if you do. Okay, that looks great. Okay, now I am going to use some white cardstock, and I'm going to use our Sweet Citrus stamp set. So this is one big stamp, right? It's a one big, this is a photopolymer set. It's 11 stamps. One does the inside and one does the rind. Hello, I'm having a brain cramp, can't think of it. And my crushed curry is in the other room because I'm getting ready to have a class. So I'm just going to tap this using my spot. So here's another use for your spots. If you don't have the color that you need, but you have a spot, you have it. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp this down. I like it. All right, and now I'm going to clean my stamp on my scrub and put on the inside of my stamp, which is this one. So basically I think it's supposed to be the lemon. It doesn't have an inside, right? Because it just shows the outside of it. So this is the inside. I'm going to make this kind of a grapefruit. So I'm going to stamp this on as the inside of the fruit so that all my colors will coordinate. So to line it up. That is gorgeous. All right, and then I think I'm going to do a few leaves. So we have this cute leaf stamp. I'm going to stamp a few of these in Granny Apple Green. I think just two's enough. Let's clean the stamp. Scrub is getting dry, so if your Simply Chamois gets dry, you just take it to the sink and give it a good squeeze and add all the moisture back into it. Okay, the other thing I want to do is I do want to stamp a sentiment, and it's going to be sending you a big squeeze. Well, let's just go ahead and do that now too. That fit on here? Yes, it will. Okay, I'm going to do that in Black Memento. That is a cute stamp. Sending you a big squeeze. Okay, so So now I am done stamping. So I'm going to be using the double oval punch, and I'm going to punch out the Sending You a Big Squeeze. Okay, so we have that done. And then I am going to get out my dies. Now the Sweet Citrus Hybrid, okay, how does this work? Okay, it's a little tricky the first time you use it, okay? So if you want to have it actually textured, you will use both the embossing folder, the hybrid embossing folder, and the die together, okay? But if you just want the, if you just want them to cut out, you just need to use the die. And that's what I'm going to use today. So I'm going to cut this out on my, I've got my cut and emboss right here. So I'm going to cut this out. And then I'll cut out the leaves because there's also a die to cut out the leaves. Okay, so I'm lining this up as best I can. I should have brought my little tape over. It would have made it a lot easier. There, I think I got it. I think I got it. Oh, it moved right at the last second. So I do use some Post-it tape, and that really helps me if I'm doing more than one die at a time, or if I'm having a problem getting the dies lined up right before I cut them. I will use my Post-it tape. Okay, there's that one. There's that one and that one. And this one. Can't see it too well on this paper, really, can you? And then I'm going to cut out my leaves. What's nice is they gave us 2 of these. Now, will I be able to line these up at the same time? That's a good question. Good question. We'll see how that works. Might be just good enough. And I think it's going to work. Oops. What did I do with the top plate? So you need to make your sandwich, right? You need to use plate 1, plate 2, and then make your sandwich with your acrylic plates. All right. Now, what did I do? There it is. I'm looking for my top plate. And I just found it, and as I did, I moved. Ah, Trevis. I don't know. I'm all shaky today. I think I had too much caffeine. And I put these too close together, so they keep hitting each other every time I touch them. If you're going to cut more than one at a time, don't be like me and stamp them too close together. Does that look? All good. Okay, so I think we're done cutting. Now we get to assemble. Okay, so let's bring our card back. And now we're going to assemble. This is such a cute stamp set. I love it. Okay, I also have some black of the black gingham ribbon. And I thought it would be really cute to just tint this. So I'm going to tint it with my blend marker. And bring in the Calypso Coral. And what's great about these blends, I mean, you can do it with your Stampin' Write markers, but the blends are the alcohol ones and they dry really fast. So you have to worry about waiting for them to dry. Okay, so how am I going to make this work? Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop a couple of them up. I have my dimensionals here. This one I'm going to put down here. I don't know if I need all 3, really. Oh, I almost have to use this one. Wish you were here to give me some advice. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cute. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to make that work. And then this one I'm going to pop up a few dimensionals. These are the small ones, but it's okay. And then, oops, where did that little thing come from? Now this, I'm going to stick that underneath here. See, it needs that little pop of green, I think. It would have been cute if I would have done the green on the ribbon. I could have done that instead of Calypso Coral. Okay, looking cute. Now I have this, and I think I'm just going to tie it here. I have another card to show you when we're finished. So I'm just going to tie this over here before I mount it onto my card base. I haven't done that yet, just so you know. I have a white card base here that we're going to use. Okay, so I hope you had a good weekend. I did, even though it was steaming hot here in St. Louis. And I mean steaming hot. That's okay. It's summer. It's supposed to be hot. Okay, I'm going to put a little dimensional right underneath that bow just to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. So I'm using my Take Your Pick tool. I'm just going to put that right there to hold that in place. Okay, and then, oh, that's so cute. I'm going to pop this up. Okay, so I'm not going to put anything in the center because the ribbon's there. I'm going to put it on either side. Show you what I mean. Oh, that's so cute. All right, so that could be a cute card for, oh wait, as I said, I haven't put it on the card base yet. Okay, so I have a white card base, and this is 5.5 by 8.5. This is a longer video than I intended it to be. That's okay. I hope you don't mind, because we made that cute background. I think the white makes it pop nicely. Okay, I love it. I love that stamp set. Sweet Citrus. Okay, so there's our finished card today. I'm going to show you the other card I made. Okay, so the other card I used Nature's Prints and the bundle. So the bundle's natural prints. Okay, and I did the same technique with the background, but I used Mossy Meadow and Garden Green, and this was my finished card. Okay, so very masculine. You can see the difference. One is very feminine, I think, and one's very masculine. So I don't know which one you like the best. I think I might like this one. Anyway, and this is the Garden Green. This is the new In Color, and I have a hard time remembering it. I can't think of it. Garden Green, Mossy Meadow. This is stamped from Nature's Prints, the stamp set. So hope you enjoyed this technique. Give it a try. It is so fun, and you can just mix things up. It's darling. So hope you enjoyed it. Have a great week, and I will see you on Friday. Thanks so much. Bye.